Hi everyone, I'm super happy. So this is actually the latest live that we've done because I'm super stoked to be interviewing brand new mommy and top stylist Allia Al Rufai. So we will wait to see when she joins. Hi! Yay! How are you? Good morning.
Good evening, yes. Good evening to you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited. Wait, first of all, let me just say false advertising. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, you look amazing, and I love. Is it like a kimono shirt? Like, what are you? I love it. I love the pattern.
It's like a sweater vest because it's still a little bit chilly here with the shirt. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the pattern. I'm all for a sweater, but I'm so sleepy, so I'm like I'm gonna bring some without talking. I'm gonna act like I'm peppy. But let me just say, total false advertising. You look absolutely amazing. Like I don't even look. You look very fresh faced for someone that has a 3-month-old. So, but for people that are not aware, you're a brand new mommy and you are balancing everything, work, your career, and your husband. So, and that's really not celebrated enough. So I just want to take this moment to just say, like, how are you even doing it and still looking amazing?
I wish I had the answer to that, but I think going with the flow, whatever comes my way, like one baby step at a time, and that's how I get through most of my days. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Okay, so we're gonna talk about your journey because, and first of all, like I absolutely love your Instagram because it's such like it's such a diary. I feel like it's not even just like pretty pictures. It's really just like a diary of like your whole like journey. Like I saw that you did like Don Miguel Ruiz, who's like my personal favorite, like quotes from him and things like that, and just like being true to who you are. So how did your journey even start? Like how did you get into styling, even like just everything?
So, to be honest, I never really studied fashion. I did a master's in commerce and decided to put all that aside to, follow. Because from a very young age, I used to travel a lot and I would watch people around the world and what they would wear, and it perked my interest so much. So I ended up pushing everything to the side to work on an internship in a movie, in a Bollywood movie. And that's how I really started my career. After that, I was with Harper's Bazaar magazine. I worked with them almost 4 years before I started my own style company.
That's amazing. So how do you think you kind of evolved? Like we all grow. I think I read a study where we all evolve as humans every 7 years. So how have you found that you've maintained your career success? Like you've gone from strength to strength while also evolving as like a person because no one stays the same. So how have you managed to kind of
Well,
like
I think balance is super important, and I believe in sort of balancing my personal life as well with my professional life. I feel like you do require that balance in order to grow. Because if you don't grow personally, it's also difficult to grow professionally because you need to find that balance to be happy, is what I believe,
yeah.
because suffering burnout, your focus is just on work. I love learning new things. And I think that's also important in terms of, how you said every 7 years to grow. It's not just about every 7 years. I think also for me, I look at every day, what I can learn new every day. And it could be from anywhere and it could be from anybody as well.
Yeah.
So, and I also like to study different subjects apart just from fashion on the side, looking for like short courses that I can do on, different subjects really, from Bach flower, to a course with Eckhart Tolle, to trend forecasting.
Oh my
You
God.
know,
That's so cool.
that's what I believe. I believe like the more knowledge, and I like also putting out everything that I know, because I believe then you kind of leave room to take in things as well. So I'm always, I believe, teaching things to the people and learning from them.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
love it. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Actually, it's so funny because I actually saw on your Instagram how like one of the taglines is like you're mixed race, and I think that's so interesting because like I'm mixed too, but I really do feel. Did you like growing up? Did you find that you went more like when you said earlier that you looked at different fashion and people and how they wore things, was it kind of like escapism or kind of trying to find like where you fit in? Because I know for me personally, I never fit in like one category. So I personally, I would look to fashion or movies and kind of pick apart like things that like reminded me of myself. Did you kind of find that growing up, and did it kind of evolve?
So yes, I kind of did sort of do that because like I said, I'm from many different backgrounds. My father's Arab, my mother's Indian, and I couldn't really associate myself with a particular place, which is why I call myself world citizen.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually steal that because I just say human, but yours sounds so much more classier. World citizen. I'm like, I like that way more than human.
But yeah, so I kind of like watching people around the world, and luckily I had the chance to be exposed, to look at different cultures, see different people, and yeah, it would always interest me to see how things would work differently in different parts of the world.
I love that. So, how have you managed? Because you've mentioned balance, and I'm a firm believer too. If you're not happy, it goes into everything: your personal life, your career. You just stall as just with everything. So, how have you managed, like when you do get faced with situations or setbacks, like with your philosophy about balance and trying to be Zen? And I'm learning Zen right now, so this is really a question for me because like I'm in Zen mode right now, but it's still a daily struggle. Like some things like will come up, and I'm like, wait, what? Like some things really throw me. So when things throw you, how do you deal with it?
So I believe focusing on the present moment, there's really something to this because I think it's the most important thing. Most of the time we end up worrying about things that haven't even happened yet.
Yeah.
We're always looking at what's going to be next. So I think a great way to tackle every day is just to be super present in the moment that you are in, and deal with what you have in front of you and not really worry about, 2 steps ahead, because that'll work itself out. So I think that's key. I also believe that perspective has a lot to do with it because there's always 2 ways of looking at a difficult situation. You could look at it and think, okay, how am I going to grow out of this and what am I going to learn from this? Or you can look at it as, oh, I'm damned, I have to deal with this. So
Yeah.
there's 2 ways of looking at things. That's how I believe, like what you perceive a situation to be. So looking at a positive way out of something always kind of works better because it always gives you strength as well.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't know.
my
I don't know if you've actually read The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Like that's been my book since like high school, and I'm like rereading it, and it's like don't take things too personally, and it's like a real thing, and it's so much easier said than done. But it's like that's like for me personally, it's no pun intended. But when things happen, I really do. I try to be like, okay, it happened, but it has no reflection of me as a human being. It's just a situation, and kind of like dissociate yourself from it. It's not you.
right.
It's a situation. So,
Exactly. You shouldn't internalize things is what I believe. You never know somebody's not had a good morning or not had a good day, or you never know somebody else's background. So I believe having that empathy, because it filters down, and I've seen it at work. Somebody else might be having a bad day and they kind of will put out what they are feeling onto you indirectly. So like you said, you shouldn't sort of take anything personally.
yeah, I try to. I know for me personally, I know I start my day with like a very strong coffee and I don't answer anybody until I've had it and I've meditated because I know I won't answer anyone nicely. Like I'll just be short because that's just I'm cranky. So I've learned like until I'm centered, I do not answer or look at my phone or answer anything work related. I'm just like everyone needs to stay happy, so I'm not gonna even answer it. So yeah, it's a real thing. But okay, so then you and your husband. So I think it's really weird to objectify someone's husband, but I will say good job. Like you guys are a very beautiful looking couple. So how do you guys like, is it easy to work together? Like do you guys help each other? Like, or is it because you're very independent, he clearly has his own thing going on. Do you guys meet in the middle? How do you balance all of that since you travel so much with your job?
So we both, I think what's important is having a mutual respect for each other, which is what we do have. We kind of help each other out wherever we can. So it is about sort of that balance and understanding, like you said. I think it has more to do with understanding and respect, and if you and love, of course. And if you have that, everything else just works itself out, to be honest.
That's so,
We'll have to
but
try.
yeah. No, I did. I was like, I don't know. I was like trying to think of how to word that question because it's so you don't want to like objectify someone's husband, but you also want to say great job, like a job well done. But I was just like, that's the best way to say it. So, job well done. Okay, and then we mentioned earlier you're brand new mommy. So okay, let me rephrase this. How has actually having your daughter and working like in real life very different than what you thought it would have been? Like, what adjustments have you had to make? Because I really think it's not even like said enough how hard women have to work. Like 3 months old, you're already back working, and it's just like so much.
Well, to be honest, I never like to preconceive anything. Like, I never had an idea or a picture in my mind of what it would be like to be a working mom. I kind of decided to just like cross that bridge when I get there. And now I'm here, and
Yeah.
I crazy because I'm at the airport alone with her with the carriage, my backpack. I've traded in all the designer handbags for like, a Muji backpack that's super practical.
No. Oh my God.
Real. Pumping, because I'm still breastfeeding, so I managed to pump and have my mom or the nanny feed the baby when I'm at work. So it's a lot of scheduling. I think that's key when you have a baby, to kind of schedule, and even then you can be thrown off just like that. So I think it's about like tiny baby steps and giving credit to yourself. I think that's important. It's
That's
a
amazing. Have you found it's like a little okay, because with your career and stuff like that, your hours are typically they're long anyway. So did that kind of help you with the newborn a little bit?
Absolutely, because as a stylist, your life is unpredictable. You never know when you'll get a call or which city you're going to or what job you have to do. It's long, long hours where most of the time with a whole bunch of suitcases and bags, packing, unpacking. So honestly, I don't feel overwhelmed with a baby because I'm so used to this crazy life, crazy
See?
life.
Oh my
I be honest, I'm managing. I think my
Yeah,
job.
you like I meant that. I was like, because like that's what I said. That's false advertising. When you were like, "Oh, I'm still with," I'm like, okay. I was expecting like maybe hair up, like some like black, like maybe
I
stained
try.
shirt, and I'm like, "What? You look so good." I was like, "What the heck?" It's a job well done. Okay. So I personally believe that style and really just goes from knowing like a strong sense of self. Just whoever you are. You just have to know who you are, own who you are, and like who you are. Do you find as a stylist that kind of helps? Like when, I mean, you know who you are, what fits your vibe. Does that translate when you work with your clients, knowing them, having a good relationship with them?
Absolutely. I feel like that balance again is super important, to understand what your client's sensibility is and what their personality is, and to sort of bring that out in the clothes. So you meet them, in the middle where you suggest what would work well for them, knowing and keeping in mind their personality. So it's very much a collaborative effort. It's not really my sensibility that I push onto them, but rather, working the other way around. So yeah, that's true.
I love it. And I think that's why, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's why you've been so successful, and you can literally, like, your style with your different clients can be almost like a chameleon. It's like one can be quite daring and the other can be like a little bit more conservative but still sexy. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I want to know, tell us one thing, because most people assume stylists super glamorous. You have everything designer head to toe. What is the big, yeah, no, right? Not glamorous at all. Schlepping stuff, steaming. But tell me, I want to know. I want everyone to know. It is a glamorous job because you do get to work with amazing designers, photographers, teams, but it's a lot of hard work. So what is like what
Hard
people
work.
don't see?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work. It's, you are long hours, like I said, you're packing, picking up things, unpacking, steam ironing, on the floor in dirty studio hours, crises, last
Yeah.
minute calls, last minute running around. It's a lot of stress also, you know. It's like a high-powered job with a lot of stress because you have to meet client requirements sometimes at a very short notice. You know, dealing with demands of clients, it can be sort of stressful as well because you have short time periods in which you have to deliver something. So it's not as simple and glamorous as it all seems. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into making, you know, the people we style look beautiful.
Amazing. So how do you stay so centered and balanced? Like, what do you do? Like, do you do yoga? Do you do like Pilates? Like, what's your favorite way to kind of release stress?
So I have a thing that I like to spend my mornings, which I call my happy hour.
Okay.
We have candles lit at home, even if it's 6 a.m. You cup of tea or my cup of coffee, a nice book, sometimes beautiful music, you know, and I just spend this time to just be by myself. Your phone's not ringing early in the morning. So I kind of refer to that as my happy because it's my time, you know, and I choose to do what I want with it, you know, whether it's just to sit and think or to reflect, or like I said, you know, to read a book that's special to me. Sometimes if I feel like sitting in meditation, I'll do that for 10 minutes or so. So yeah, it's an important part of how I start my day now with the baby. Not
Yeah.
so much happy
Yeah.
hours, but I try.
Just like I mean, clearly I don't have a kid. Like I said, I have an overgrown Shih Tzu, but it's like he's like a baby, a big, big baby. And like in the morning, tonight he's like really cranky. I'm just like, shh, play a little Enya for him, and he just goes right to sleep. But what have you learned, just like from your whole journey, just evolving and everything? What are you most grateful for? Like where you're at now. What did you never think would happen that you've accomplished, and what are you super grateful for?
So I think what I'm super grateful for is the growth that I've managed to have in my life. I think I've reached a point where I am centered, and I'm happy to say that I am. I mean, it's everyday work, and I'm still trying, and I'm still doing it, you know. But I'm happy with the place that I am at. Before I would, you know, um, be interested in, or rather, you know, look at things in a very different way than I do today, you know. So I feel like just every day is a learning experience for me, whether it's the people I meet. I'm grateful for all the little things, you know, everything I come across. So I'm grateful for today to have to sit here and, you know, speak
Yes,
with you.
me too. I'm so happy.
That's my joy for today, and I'm grateful. It's the little things, you know. So I feel like I'm in a place in my life where I'm at peace with so many things, and I'm really happy for that. And I'm happy in any way I can sort of, you know, help somebody else or pass that joy on. You know, that gives me pleasure as well.
Yay. And let me just say, you made my day and tomorrow morning because it's almost midnight. Well, not midnight, 2 hours, but it made my day and tomorrow morning. Like, I was so, and for everyone like watching, like, I don't think you're I hounded her. She's like, I have a newborn. I was like, okay. And then it's like reset. Week later, hi, hi. So I just want to say I am super grateful that you're doing this and you scheduled me in, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Nice chatting with you.
Thank you so much. And I hope you have a continued peaceful morning.
Thank you. Because everything's the choices you make.
Yes, exactly. The day wasn't this painless, or wasn't as painless. 20 minutes tops, boom, look, easy peasy. But no, thank you so much, Alia. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. It was lovely chatting with you. Have a good night.
You
Bye.
too. Or morning.
So that you know it's real.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. Okay, can you just tell me who the sweater vest is by? Because I'm obsessed with sweaters.
Zara, it's an old season Zara.
I'm wearing Zara. Oh my gosh, yes.
And my inner shirt is from a Greek designer called Zinni. So it's a
Okay.
mix of.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was like, because you were like, yeah, I just threw this on because I'm like, I need something that pops. And I love Zara for like colors and textiles. So I'm really happy we're on that wavelength. So now you extra made my night. So thank you, thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Everyone who followed us.
Oh yes, thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.